Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video I'm going to finally be changing the oil on my wife's 2011 Cadillac SRX. This is the 3-liter V6 from General Motors. It's very similar to the 3.6-liter V6. These are very common motors used across many different GM platforms. So if you have a car with a front-wheel drive V6 from General Motors from this time frame, this generation was from 2010 to 2016. So roughly those years, this is going to be how you do it. So let's go ahead and change the oil on this thing. So the first thing you're going to want to do is get yourself a 15 millimeter socket and ratchet, a thing to drain the oil into, and then get the car in the air. Then the drain bolt is at the back of the oil pan, so just use your 15 millimeter socket and break the bolt loose. Then finger thread it the rest of the way out and have your bucket ready to catch the oil because it's going to drain out and you're probably inevitably going to spill some. The bolt doesn't have any washers or anything like that, so just find somewhere to set it upside down so that it doesn't get anything on it. So while it's draining, the next thing to do is handle the oil filter. The oil filter is at the front of the engine behind the radiator. You'll be able to see it looking down or from the top or the bottom. You can access it either way. Just get an oil filter wrench and break it loose and then twist it out the rest of the way with your hand. And some oil is going to spill, so either have a separate bucket or make sure your bucket is wide enough to catch it, or just wait till the pan is done draining and then move the bucket you have over. One thing also I just want to mention is that I took this car to the shop and it was a $100 oil change, and they used a cheap knockoff of oil filter. I mean, AC Delco is what GM cars use, and I don't know what kind of filter this was. It's just some generic thing. The brand that was on it, I kind of crushed it when I used the oil filter wrench to take it off. Anyway, so at this point you can go ahead and put your new filter in. So I found it easier to get it in from the bottom. You can do it either way, but just be careful because the catalytic converter will be hot if the car has been running anytime recently, and it's very hot. So just be careful of that. Just tighten it to hand tight, like do it tight, but do it with your hand, and that's all you really need to do. The next thing is going to be to put the bolt back into the bottom. So put the drain bolt in and put it nice and tight. I don't know what the foot-pound torque is. I just tight is right. So that's what I did, and once again, it's a 15 mil. I did it hand tight until it couldn't go any further, and then I got a ratchet and went the rest of the way down. Now you're ready to go ahead and add your oil. So this is Dexos 2, so it's a General Motors certified generation 2, I guess, whatever that means. But it's the appropriate oil for this car, 5W30, and this car takes 6 quarts, so go ahead and fill it up. Now that the car is full, go ahead and tighten it up, lower the car to the ground, and start it. Take it for a drive. So that is how you change your oil on a 2011 Cadillac SRX with 3-liter V6. This will be the same for 2010 to 2016, as well as any other GM car that has the 3-liter V6 or the 3.6-liter V6. It'll be very similar. The 3 liters code, I believe, is LF1. That's the engine's designation from General Motors. So if your vehicle has that engine, this is going to be the same. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe.